Greetings and salutations. It is I, Professor Macabro, here, accompanied, like always, by the always sexy and also fine zombie Huesito, still sporting that furry ears that we got a while back. Can't say that's a good look for you, babe. I mean, you look gorgeous with everything in use, but those cat ears are kind of sus. I'm not big into that particular kind of kink. I like my leather and latex things better. But hey, you want to role play as a furry? I'm down with that. And we are here to regale you with a DVD haul. Yes, indeed. I am still storing a couple of movies that I got. And I want to make another epic, huge DVD haul. I was able to find and buy a couple of movies from a friend of mine that sells he buys movies and then he sells the DVDs. He activates the digital code thing, so he doesn't much really care for physical media. And or he finds stuff and he resells it, and I'm always happy to help a friend and increase the DVD collection. But it's not really summer, but I've had a good streak of going to flea markets. Last time, I shared with you a couple of flea market finds, and I've not been able to go to any flea markets in previous years. Here and there, I go through yard sales, and maybe I might be able to go to a flea market. But not as consistently as I used to. I used to be able to go to flea markets on every chance that I got. But not anymore, unfortunately. And I mentioned in the last movie haul video that the DVDs and the Blu-rays have been kind of hard to find, I've noticed. I haven't been able to find that many movies. Used to be that I could go to flea markets and just find boxes and boxes of DVDs of people selling their stuff out, because unfortunately they went the streaming route. But recently, not so much. I haven't been able to acquire that many DVDs, except this time. I went to a different flea market, and I was able to get some good stuff. And most importantly, I was able to get some movies. Yes, indeed. And some horror movies. As opposed to the last time that in that yard sale I found Tremors 5. This time I found some horror movies. So yay for me. And some non-horror stuff. I don't usually share non-horror stuff. But this is the stuff that I got. So I figured, well, just showcase it all together. And share it with you. You wonderful people out there that somehow put up with the madness that is Professor Macabro, to which I am thankful. So let's get started. What is the first thing that we bought? Well, let's see. First thing that we bought is Internal Affairs, starring Richard Gere. Now, this cover is different. I know I have Infernal Affairs, which is the Asian movie that inspired The Departed with Leonardo DiCaprio. For the longest time, I thought The Departed was an original story and a movie. Imagine my surprise when I found out that it's a remake of Infernal Affairs. And I'm like, oh, Hollywood, you unoriginal bastard. You don't have an original bone left in you, and you're always remaking stuff from other countries. You got me. You got me. But, yes, this is Internal Affairs with Richard Gere. I don't remember if I've seen this one, but I have it now, so super happy to get movies whenever I can. This particular movie I own the VHS of. I own the first release on DVD. I own a Blockbuster release on DVD. I own the 2-disc set. And I own the Blu-ray. So you think that, Professor Macabro, do you really need that many copies of this same movie? And I'm like, well, yes I do, because this is one of my favorite movies. Again, not horror, but has a very gothic atmosphere that I particularly enjoy. And that movie is Batman. Batman 89 with Michael Keaton, and this is a double feature DVD set of Batman 89 and Batman Returns. And I'm like, I love those two movies, so still sealed. I'm genuinely surprised when I come across DVDs that are still sealed. Like, people, why do you buy DVDs and not open them? Well, unless you're like me, that have the movie in different formats, and you're like, well, I'll have this for the collection, and that's what I'm gonna do. Well, I'm no better than the people I'm complaining about. But yes, a double feature of Batman and Batman Returns. I love both movies. Batman 89, amazing, and Batman Returns, fucking Michelle Pfeiffer in her vacuum-sealed Catwoman suit. Oh, yes, indeed. So happy to add this to the collection. Next up, we have Requiem. No, not Requiem for a Dream. Requiem for a Heavyweight. Now, this one I was a little sus on getting because the title sounds familiar. But I might have it in a collection. But this thing has Anthony Quinn, Jackie Gleason, Mickey Rooney, and Julie Harris. So I was like, I don't remember the cover. The title sounds familiar, but not the cover. So I'm going to pick it up and hope that I don't already own it. Because, unfortunately, that's a thing that happens. Movie studios re-release a certain movie in different formats, or maybe if it's a public domain thing, other companies release the movie with different covers. Maybe some, if you're lucky, some different special features. But it always throws you off, especially when you're old and feeble and forget shit like Professor Macabro. The title might ring a bell, but the cover looks different, and you're like, I don't think I own that. I don't recognize the cover. I'm gonna get it. And then you get home and you put it on your DVD shelf, and you're like, son of a bitch, I already own the movie, but it's a different cover. But again, Professor Macabro's already okay with that because I'm a collector, and I'm a connoisseur of movies, so I like getting different variations of the same thing, and I might need help. But I don't care. I enjoy collecting movies. So, Requiem for a Heavyweight. Next thing, we have Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And this is, of course, based on a book series, so I think it's public domain, so anyone can make a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. One movie that I'm actively hunting for is Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde, which is a movie about the descendant of Dr. Jekyll that figures out that the reason the formula got fucked up is because he was producing too much testosterone. So he mixes it up and turns himself into a woman. I remember seeing that on TV, and then I rented it on VHS. And I've been trying to hunt down for a copy of that for many, many years. I can't find it, but one day it will be mine. But yes, this is a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde with Doug Ray Scott, Krista Bridges, and Tom Skerritt. So yes, curious to see that one. Hell, I even own Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde musical with oh shit, now I forgot his name. David Hasselhoff. So that's a thing I own. Next up, I picked up Hannibal, the 2-disc collector's edition. Now, this is an upgrade to my copy of Hannibal. I already own Hannibal. I actually own the complete Hannibal Lecter collection from Manhunter to Hannibal Rising. I got them all. But my copy of Hannibal, unfortunately, skips a beat. The disc I bought at a flea market, so it's a little damaged, and it tends to skip. But this one looks minty fresh. I'm sorry. Looks minty fresh. I just have to put it on the DVD player and see if it doesn't skip. So that this set will replace the one that skips, and I'll have a working copy of Hannibal. I might do a ranking video on the Hannibal Lecter series, but that one has issues. Now this one I'm hoping it's a different version. As I've mentioned before, I like collecting for actors that I enjoy their work of Robin Williams, Nicolas Cage, Eva Green, and directors like Guillermo del Toro, Steven Spielberg. But again, the movie studios keep re-releasing their movies with different covers and different special features. So this is a copy of Jumanji, which is my favorite Robin Williams movie. Not his best performance. The 1-hour photo might win that one. But I personally love Jumanji. Every time they would pass it on TV, I would sit down and I would watch Jumanji and enjoy the shit out of it. But this looked like a different cover of the Jumanji DVD that I own. So I'm hoping it is different. There's actually a Blu-ray set that, it's a collector's Blu-ray set that looks like the Jumanji board game that I would love to get, but maybe somewhere down the line. This one I'm not sure if I owned. I think I have it in a collection set, but I don't know if I have it individually. But it was literally a quarter, and I was like, shit, if I don't have it and I don't buy it, I'm gonna kick myself in the butt. And if I already do have it, it's only a quarter, so it's not gonna set me back that much. But it's The Little Vampire. Yes, indeed, the Little Vampire, this whimsical story about the kid from Stuart Little that encounters a family of vampires that are being hunted by Van Helsing, based on a children's book, and it has vampire cows. Yes, indeed. So I'll have to check if this is something that I already own, but it was super cheap, so I decided to risk it. Next up, for my never-ending Disney collection. Disney is going through some very questionable problems that they themselves put themselves in. Just Google search The Acolyte and see the whole shit show that's going on with that. But old Disney, well, they also had a couple of issues, I'm not gonna lie. But it's been a company that's been around for as long as I can remember. So I have this side collection going for my never-ending Disney collection. Every time I come across something Disney that I don't own, I pick it up to have it on the display. And I'm still missing Smart House with Peggy Bundy that does the voice for this AI intelligent house. Like that episode of the Treehouse of Horror with The Simpsons, where Pierce Brosnan is the intelligent house. This is a whole feature-length movie with Katie Sagal, Peggy Bundy, as a smart house. I have not been able to find a copy of that, or the remake of This Darn Cat with Christina Ricci. But this thing I found, The Miracle Worker, with I think the girl from Curly Sue. I might be wrong. She kind of looks like the girl from Curly Sue, but it might be a different child actress. Was she in, I know she looks like the chick from, the little girl from Bicentennial Man. But, I don't really know. Let me know if this is the same, child actress that was in Curly Sue. But yes, it's The Miracle Worker. It's about the lady that, tried to help out, the girl with autism. This I bought because it tickled my fancy to think that the Stepfather series had a spin-off. And this is the stepdaughter. And also, well, I'm not gonna say that, I'm not gonna say, or reference that there are certain, type of, stepmother and stepsister videos out there that kind of came to mind when I saw this thing. Don't Google it, especially not at work. Trust me. But yes, the other thought is that this was a spin-off to The Stepfather, with the guy from Lost, and that horrible remake that got made. But yes, The Stepdaughter. What are you doing, stepbro? My goodness. But it might be an interesting thriller. Then I picked up Hostage High. I can't remember this, and goddamn you Scream, you sure did inspire a whole bunch of floating head movie poster art and DVD covers. But this thing has Freddie Prinze Jr., and it's the director's uncut version by Artisan. can't say that I've seen this one. And whenever I come across a movie that I've never seen, I'm obligated by cosmic law to pick it up and add it to the collection and one day watch it because that's how I roll. And yes, Freddie Prinze Jr. A Freddie Prinze Jr. movie that I'm also actively hunting is Wing Commander. Terrible Wing Commander adaptation. Debatably terrible movie. But I collect stuff like that, so I want to get that one. And Double Dragon. I know the Larry the Horror Cat Dad freaking hates Double Dragon the same way that I don't particularly enjoy New Dune. But that has Alyssa Milano, and Alyssa Milano is Alyssa Milano, so I need to get that one. Then I picked up this one, another artisan DVD release, starring Trent Williams, Gale Force. I might have seen this one late night on TV, but it says you don't mess with Mother Nature, so I'm guessing it's some sort of satellite that was developed to control nature. That's what people tend to do. This is another situation where I'm not sure if I own this one. It looks familiar, and it's another artisan DVD with Antonio Sabato Jr. and Janine Turner, but it says Fatal Error. And this really, I think I might really own this one, but this was also a quarter. And I'm like, if I don't have it, I'm going to kick myself because it was a quarter and I didn't get it. And if I already do have it, well, it might be an upgrade copy, which I tend to do. Yes, I know, I have issues. But if I find something cheap for a quarter, and the disc looks pretty, and it's going to replace a disc that I already bought before on the flea market, and it's slightly scratched up, well, I'm going to upgrade to the prettier version. So yes, Fatal Error. And the last one I picked up is Beyond Suspicion, with Jennifer Tochi's favorite butt guy, Jeff Goldblum. Yes, indeed, and Annie Hedgett. Changing your identity can be deadly. So, yes, I can't say that I've seen this one. And again, if I haven't seen it, I'm going to pick it up. So, yes, that was my flea market DVD haul. Super happy whenever I am able to find a good stack of movies at the flea market. Again, the way that I work is I might find 1, 2, 3 movies and then I just save it. But this was a healthy stack, worthy to post on its own video. But eventually you will see a proper series of DVD hauls because I did find some really good movies that I need to meet up with that friend to pick up. So, yes indeed. Ooh, goody goody. Tutti frutti. What do you think? Yes, I know you think I have issues, but I'm happy that you love me the way I am, and I'm happy that you out there appreciate me the way that I am as well. So let me know if you've seen any one of these movies, and if you have, what are your thoughts on it? Let us know in the comments down below. But until I see you all again next time, which will be for another flea market haul video, because I did find some cheap stuff other than movies, this has been Professor Macabro. That is the ever-sexy zombie Wesitos. And we wish you all, like always, a good evening.